Welcome to Gloria's Gab 5. I am so happy today to introduce you to a really good friend of mine, Patty Vila, who is like a super marketing person. She's with MyPsychiatrist, but she's also somebody super involved in the community. And we have a lot to talk about. If you want to know what's happening in Miami-Dade County in the next month, and what you may have missed over the weekend, we have a lot of information for you. Before we start, Patty, first of all, thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting me,
Uh,
Gloria.
Before I start, I've got to thank my sponsor, South Florida PBS. There are so many great things they're doing too. Evolo is coming up.
Yes, that's exciting.
There's so many on WXEL, so many great shows, and I've been binge watching. Ask the Midwife or Call the Midwife. Such a great show. But there's so many great things going on. And they also have, you might want to find out about this, allhealthtv.com.
Yes.
And you can like call in, do all kind of great things. And by the way, if you're not a member, you need to be. You get all these. You get a magazine once a month that tells you everything that's going on. And this was the latest one. And I decided I should probably just stay home and watch TV because there's so many good things going on. Anyway, back to what we just did over the weekend. This was a great weekend. Patty and I just happened to decide to go to Middletown, which is this amazing show at Actors Playhouse.
Yes.
And it's got all these stars from MASH, from Grease, from Loretta Swit, Didi Khan, and okay, I can't remember the other two, but Ralph from what was
he
it?
was
From
in
Happy Days.
Well, and Happy Days.
Happy Days,
yes.
yeah. And okay, I'm missing. Who am I missing? I'm missing the other.
It was just a great event. It was a great play. It was amazing.
And it's running. Hold on, it's running for another couple of weeks. So actually, if you have not gone, this is one you won't want to miss. And we were lucky because they did a question and answer afterwards.
Yes.
And so the audience was able to ask questions to the actors, and that was just a fun bonus.
It was, and something that caught my eye was that there were people of all ages there. Do you remember the little girls that asked questions?
I know.
And it brought back a lot of memories for me because when I was a little girl, I used to watch MASH with my father. So just watching Loretta Swift, I mean, it was just amazing.
Oh yeah, we were talking about how she was such a role model for women.
That's right.
Because she was a major and and she took command, and so that was really interesting. But then before we even went there,
yes,
we did the caroling competition. Oh my God. And actually Sally was supposed to be on our show today.
Yes.
But
she's so busy. She's so busy.
Yeah. And coming up this Tuesday night at 7:00, all of the winners will be announced, and you typically do a short program. So it's one of the best nights to go. And so it's at 550 building, and they've got Interact Kids there selling cocoa and cookies and everything.
And it's one of their biggest fundraisers of the year.
No, they said
and it was just a great community event, and seeing all the kids.
Actually,
they were all very excited.
Actually, I went another night too, and I'm looking to see. I went to Michael Kropp Senior High School. I think that was their first time there on Thursday night, and then Miami Senior High. That blew me away. I had something to do after that, so I couldn't stay for all of them. But I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing a recording because also Gringo Bingo.
That's right.
Oh my gosh! And we have that coming up on Tuesday, the same night as the caroling finale. So
I don't know what we're going to do, Gloria. There's too much going on.
I know. And the caroling is going, the Gringo Bingo is going to be for the Arthritis Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
And they have Jingle Bells Run coming up. And the Jingle Bells Run is going to be at Tropical Park. And you can dress in costume.
That'll be a lot of fun.
Do you have a Santa outfit?
I do. Actually, I already have my outfit that I'm going to wear.
You need to come.
Yes, I'm definitely going to come.
Yeah. And then on top of that, yeah, it's lots going on.
Lots going on.
Yeah, right. So we were talking. What was the other stuff we were? You
The
you went to something. You went to Nestor
That's
Torres
right,
last night.
Lester Torres. He is a resident of Bay Harbor Islands, and he did a beautiful job last night. He gave a concert at the park, and all the residents came out, and it was just absolutely beautiful. And it was just great to see him play with his band. He likes to do that once a year just to give back to the community.
But that was an outdoor event, right?
That was an outdoor event.
Yeah.
Yes, that was an outdoor event.
I was talking to, remember, David Arisco mentioned that people still for indoor performances, they're just a little reluctant. And I don't know how the movie theaters are doing, but well,
that's
it's
something,
a concern.
That's right. And that's something that he mentioned. And I think everybody needs to know that if they go to the Miracle Theater, they need to bring their COVID card, their COVID ID, and wear a mask.
Yeah. And it's great because they did have spacing for us.
They did.
It's super. They made it very, very safe.
Yes.
So don't be afraid to go to the theater. I think that all the theaters are doing a really great job.
They are.
Of making sure everybody's safe.
That's right. And just to mention, Coral Gables did a beautiful job with their Christmas decorations. That was amazing. As we were walking around, looking at the tree, looking at the
and we saw the tree,
all the different vendors lighting that were there. It was beautiful.
And the tree lighting, they had the winners of the, what is it, Young Talent, Big Dreams, whatever, for Actors Playhouse.
Yes.
They were performing at the tree lighting.
That's right.
Yeah. So it's a great place to take your kids if
That's
you've got
right.
little ones.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And downtown Doral, or not downtown Doral, has a lot of stuff going on there.
That's
too.
right.
It seems like all the time. Dorkim, with their art exhibitions and whatever, there's a lot going on.
I attended last week an interfaith meeting that they had.
Oh, really?
And that was at the city of Doral hosted it. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. People of all different religions came together just to talk about, things that are going on in the community, how to support the community. The theme is Shine a Light. So, and it's just about being together and supporting each other and respecting each other.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it was great. It was a beautiful event.
And that was supported by the city of Doral?
The city of Doral supported it. And they did events nationwide with that same theme, Shine a Light.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. Oh, speaking of Doral, Our Lady of Guadalupe Church has the feast of the Our Lady of Guadalupe is on the 12th of December. And this is such a huge, they do a service on Saturday night before. I mean, this is huge. They bring it, there's like all kind of festivities going on around the church.
That's right.
And then the next day on Sunday, it's like every 2 hours there's a mass, and they're all bilingual. And I get to sing in one of them. So I love singing.
So everybody knows they have to come out and see Gloria.
Oh yeah, no, I think
at
I'm
the
doing,
church.
Oh well, I'm doing the 1:30 because what else? There's something else that day. I'm doing the 1:30. And then 5 o'clock is a Junior Orange Bowl parade. And oh my gosh, it's going to be amazing this year. They have lots of floats, lots of bands. They've really stepped it up, and
that's right. And
back to their former glory.
That's right. And I have a lot of friends that have their children that are going to be on floats and participating.
Yeah.
And and I think it's going to be a great event, and the community should come out and support it.
Yeah. And of course, it's free to watch it along the street. But
that's right.
Golly, you can pay $30 for a grandstand seat.
Yes.
And you also get the pre-parade, the VIP reception.
Very nice.
And this typically was restricted to, it was like a private invitation only. But now they just said, okay, if you buy $30 for your ticket, you get to partake in food and drink at this pre-parade performance. And they have a couple of groups performing ahead of time too.
Yes.
So
everyone knows Gloria's keeping you informed. You got to come out and support the community and come to all these wonderful events that are happening throughout the month of December.
I love the Junior Orange Bowl. They've got so many great things going on.
Well, you've been a great supporter of them for years.
Well, I'm a lifetime member now.
That's right. And
a senior member. I can't remember. They changed the name.
And what I want everyone to know about you is what I love so much about you is that you support the entire community. Every time there's an event, you're there. Every time a nonprofit needs help, you're there. Every time a business needs help, you're there to support. And thank you. Thank you. Yeah, everyone knows that they can count on you.
That's nice. But speaking of which, the Coming up after the parade
Yes.
starts a tennis tournament, and Barbara Waters still doing it after all these years.
Wow.
She started doing it when I was executive director, like 30 years ago or something. I don't know. Anyway, the tennis tournament runs 10 days, and I'm talking about what a commitment for the volunteers that are involved in that. And a shout out to Samantha Jones, doing a great job as president of the Junior Orange Bowl this year. And then after that, we've got January at the Biltmore Golf Course. We have the best international amateur golf tournament in the world, the Junior Orange Bowl Invitational, and the likes of, actually for tennis and for golf both. They've had every major player out there now has been through those two tournaments.
That's right.
So and it's free. You can go to the Biltmore and just watch these.
Well, then I think you and I will be definitely attending that event.
Yeah, and it's early January, so it's a really pretty time of year to go out and walk the golf course. And
yes.
So looking forward to that.
And I think you should tell everyone what we're going to be doing this Saturday.
Oh, you know what? Okay. If you're friends with Belinda and Scott Sim, you should be. Scott is on the board of Lighthouse for the Blind. Every year they do a huge party. I mean, a huge party, and they invite all their friends, and they have a toy drive, and they get hundreds. I'm telling, like 500 toys. They get a lot of toys, and during the week you can actually, if you can't make their party, you can stop by and just drop off toys.
Yes.
But they have so many that they actually share with after Lighthouse takes what they need for their people, they share them with other, I think, Toys for Tots, which is that great
organization.
Great organization. So so if you're friends with Scott and Belinda and haven't RSVP'd for their party, you need to give them a call, or if you just want to drop off something. Actually, if you want to drop off gifts at the office, we're collecting also for, I guess, residents of South Miami.
Yes.
So and then the Women's Club, the Coral Gables Women's Club.
They're always doing something.
Collecting.
They are always doing something, and they're a wonderful organization as well.
Well, we usually have a big party for the kids, but with COVID, It's been like hard to do that. But this year they're giving out $40 gift cards to the kids that are served by the dental clinic. And a shout out to Coral Gables Hospital. Staff there always comes through and collects a lot of those Target gift cards for us. And
I worked
Christina, thank you,
Christina Jimenez.
Yeah, and
I worked there for 6 years, and they're very passionate about getting the gift cards to help you and to help the community.
Oh, and then speaking of your new, she just started with MyPsychiatrist.
Yes.
And speaking of which, you're doing a toy drive, and you're going to help out.
We are.
Belinda and Scott.
We are going to help Belinda and Scott.
For the Lighthouse.
That's right. I started at MyPsychiatrist about 6 weeks ago now, after being at Tenet Healthcare for 6 years. And I'm very excited to be working in the mental health space with all the psychiatrists that I'm working with, Dr. Peter Ventry, Dr. Patricia Romeo, who's here in South Miami. And one thing I want to say about Patricia is that she was the chief medical officer at Jackson Hospital, Jackson, Maine. Yeah. And now she came to MyPsychiatrist. And when I met with her, I said, this is the move I want to make. I want to help people in mental health.
Yeah. So that's great. And actually, Michael is going to be interviewing Michael Miller is going to be interviewing one of your doctors.
That's right. Because we're going to be talking about the new year, the new you. Everybody always talks about the physical, but we've all been through so much with COVID and just the world, and people that are in that age of taking care of their parents and their kids, and just now people feel like they can talk about mental health. It's not a stigma; it's accepted. So we're going to be talking about the new year, the new you, from the mental space as well.
It's so true though.
Yes.
This has really brought it to the forefront.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I mean, just the other
and
day.
that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is
That's
a good
such a good thing.
It is a good
Because
thing.
there are people that needed it way before COVID.
That's right.
That were
That's
a little afraid to admit.
That's right.
That they
and now,
needed help.
And now you hear everybody talking about saying, I'm going to see my therapist. I'm going to see, my psychiatrist. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I just want to make sure I'm okay. And that's what attracted me to come, work for my psychiatrist. And they're growing. I mean, they're growing because
you're telling me they started with. They got 50 employees now?
That's right. No, they have 150 employees 150? Now. Wow. And they have 2 offices in Broward. They opened the one here in South Miami. We want to open up another one in Miami. We're looking at Doral. We're opening one in Boca Raton. So we're just going to be looking all throughout the state and trying to help, different communities.
Yeah. So, well, I'll be excited to meet your
That's right. I can't wait for you to come January 13th to the soft opening that we're going to have. And then, of course, to the Reverend Rub cutting ceremony here in February.
Yeah. So, you've got your work cut out for you this coming year.
Right. That's right.
With all that's going on.
Yes.
And coming up next for locally for Coral Gables. Actually, the Coral Gables Women's Club, the Rotary Club, the women's clubs throughout Miami-Dade County have done a good job of maintaining membership. And for Coral Gables Women's Club, I don't know what happened there, but they're growing like you can't believe.
They are.
And I think more and more people, having been isolated for so long, are looking to join and to serve the community. I think they appreciate it, don't you?
Yes, I agree. Yeah. I mean, the events that I've attended with you have been absolutely amazing. I've met wonderful, wonderful women of all ages.
That
are here in the community that want to, support the community, volunteer, get out there and do things for other people. And it's a very powerful group of women that is in that organization.
It was so funny. We did the Alzheimer's walk.
Yes.
Our last Gringo Bingo was for Alzheimer's. We raised over $5,000 for Alzheimer's, and everybody has been touched by it. It seems like everybody I talked to said, "Oh, I've got an uncle, I've got this, I've got that." But when I was at the walk, I ran into Sue Nichols, and Sue Nichols is with Cocoa Plum Women's Club, and so it was like funny. And then I went up to Chicago to see my youngest daughter. My daughter and my granddaughter went too, and we were walking around Naperville, and we found a big, an amazing lighting display.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the sponsors was a Rotary Club, so I'd taken there. And then we went to a park, and they had it was a great idea too. I think it's something maybe we should do here. They had all these Christmas trees put out, and I think it was a Girl Scout event maybe, but different organizations decorated the trees. And one of them was the Naperville Junior Women's Club, or was it the Plainfield Junior Women's Club? It's one of the two. But it was funny because they're all part of the General Federation of Women's Clubs. And I'm going, oh my God, my people are here.
Yeah, your people are everywhere, Gloria. I think your people are everywhere.
It's so funny. Yeah. But now that you have a little more time on your hand, not more time, but you've got more disposable.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is correct. Yes, I will be more involved in the community.
She's going to be more involved than she ever was.
That's right, because being one person serving 5 different hospitals, it was very challenging at the time to be really out in the community like I have been all throughout my life. I mean, when I was 16 years old, I was president of Key Club.
No, were you really?
I was president of Key Club.
What was Kietz? Wasn't it Kietz? When I was going to school, it was called Kietz.
No, it was the Key Club.
Oh, now so they made it a co-ed.
Yes, Key Club, and I was
just like Rotary did.
And I was really involved in the community. As you know, I worked with the homeless for 6 years.
Yeah.
A Chapman Partnership, a wonderful organization.
Oh yeah.
And with Alva Chapman, and just constantly serving the community. And when I got into healthcare, and then COVID happened. I mean, just all of our time. All of my time was devoted to helping and supporting the hospitals and supporting the physicians and the administrative staff. So now working with my psychiatrist, we want to be out there. We want to be in the community. We want to be talking to members of our community, seeing how we can help and support them.
Right. And man, Did they hit the jackpot with you?
Thank you. Thank you
I'm
very
sure-
much.
I'm sure all your hospitals are like, come back, Patty. But I'm happy that you're able to take a trip coming up.
Yes.
Going
I'm
to Dubai.
going to be going to Dubai. I'm taking a big trip with my mom in January. And as a lot of people know, the expo is taking place in
Yeah.
Dubai. It started out in October and it's running through to March 31st. And it's a
Right.
great place to see 200 pavilions. I have actually a friend of mine there right now that's visiting. And
really?
it's something that, traveling is my passion.
Yeah, I know.
I love meeting people. I love other cultures and meeting people from other countries.
Yeah.
So I thought this would be the perfect place to spend 11 days with mom.
Well, I think you ought to start a blog when you go.
Yes.
And just keep us posted.
I will.
Yeah,
will.
right, yeah.
Absolutely, I will.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
I know the
will.
last time my daughter went to Europe, she did a blog. She went with a girlfriend, and they did a blog. And my youngest did the blog, but she got information about the trip, and then she did a very funny blog about it. And I said, "Oh, that's what you need to do.
Yes.
You and your mom are going to have such a
We're
good
going to
time."
have a great time. And, one thing I like about social media and during this whole COVID situation is sometimes I think many of us don't realize the influence that social media has. And at the beginning of COVID, I thought I wanted to be going to visiting places in Florida that you
Yeah.
could go to and not really, and have low exposure rate.
Uh-huh.
So my mom and I visited, and my sister and my niece, a lot of different beaches. We went to museums. I would call beforehand to see what the protocols were.
Uh-huh.
And as I would post pictures and share where I was traveling, a lot of people started visiting those places as well.
Is that right?
But yes, I got a lot of influencer. I got a lot of messages, a lot of text messages and emails, and it really touched my heart that, I was sharing where I was traveling and researching to go that would be safe, and that other people started visiting those places as well in the state of Florida.
I know. That's great, though.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I remember you're sending pictures, and I'm going, I've been there.
Yes. Well, you've been everywhere. You've been everywhere.
Did you go to St. Pete?
We did.
Oh my God.
It was
and
amazing.
Beautiful. And the pier.
Absolutely. We went there. It was twice we went there.
I haven't been there in a while. When I go, my sister lives Bel Air Bluffs. So I'm always going way west of downtown St. Pete. But everybody's been telling me, no, you have to go. You have to see what they've done.
It's amazing.
Last time I was downtown St. Pete was for the St. Anthony's triathlon.
Wow.
But it was
that city is growing. I mean, they've built a pier where they've spent, I think it was $90 million to build a pier there.
The pier was already there. So they just
made it much
bigger?
Larger. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
really?
They made it bigger, and it's absolutely beautiful. They're building, I went to Sunken Garden, which was great. Andy Phillips, who works at Channel 4.
Well, I was raised in St. Pete.
Yeah,
so Sunken Garden.
Sunken Garden. She wrote me, she goes, I've always wanted to go to Sunken Garden. And now that I saw that you went, I'm going to go. And she went and she shared her pictures with me. So it was great. I love that city.
Yeah,
beautiful city.
It was a great place to grow up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
went to St. Pete High. With alumni of St. Pete High. Go Devils.
It's a beautiful, beautiful city.
Yeah. And my high school, if you ever get a chance to go back, check out the high school.
I will.
It is so beautiful, and they've done such a beautiful job of renovating it and not losing the how beautiful the lines and everything. It's all air conditioned now. When I was there, it wasn't air conditioned, but they made glass where it's Spanish architecture. So it's really pretty. Kind of reminds me of Miami High.
Really?
It's that kind of era that it was built. Yeah. Because they were all built because no air conditioning. They were all built with good cross ventilation.
Right.
Yeah. So what's next? I'm trying to, we have so many events going on. I have to look at my calendar.
You do have to look at the calendar. There's so much going on.
Actually, the Coral Gables Women's Club is doing an installation the day after their Gringo Bingo. And we're installing, I think, 12 new members. I think they're up to 65 members.
Yes.
And for a while, it was down in the 35, 40 category,
That's
area.
Right.
So it's a pretty big
you
job.
and Aurelie have done such a great job.
Oh, Aurelie's great.
Getting people involved.
Did you see
You're
Areli? Areli was on the
on
front page. Okay, Areli is the past president. Oh, where are we? Is the past president of the, I don't know which way to go this way.
yes.
Areli is the past president of the Coral Gables Women's Club.
That's right.
And yeah, she's done a great job of marketing the club, and that's part of the reason that we're growing like we are.
That's right.
Aside from the fact that we're involved in so many different events, and we do a lot of stuff with the Rotary Club of Coral Gables.
Yes.
And that's a great group too.
That's right.
Yeah. So if anybody's interested in joining, becoming a Rotarian or joining a women's club, whether it's the one from Coral Gables or the Coral Gables Women's Club, or there's Coconut Grove, there's Cocoa Plum, Homestead, Northeast Miami, they're all over the
They're
place.
all over.
And they're all good people, and we all
That's
get together for a in Orlando for conventions and fall board, and we try to support each other's events.
That's right.
And the Miami Women's Club is like amazing too. And one of these days they're going to move into their place. You know that old building downtown there where the Miami Women's Club was? They've completely renovated.
Oh, I have to go see that.
But I don't know that they've moved in, but ultimately they'll be able to lease out their space.
Okay.
But they're on one floor, and then they've leased out some of the upper floors.
Mm-hmm.
My friend Shirley Pardon is involved in that.
Well, then you and I definitely have to take a ride down there.
Yeah, and you know what? I think, and the Miami Rotary Club and the Coral Gables Club meet on the same day, so I can never go visit them. But I went to their installation.
That's what I was telling Gloria before the show this morning. I said, Gloria, you have so many things going on. I don't know how you're going to make it to each event.
Well, the other day, I'm involved in Profiting, which is a great marketing group. And they had their Christmas party at 94th Aero Squadron. Oh my God, what a great meal we had there. And so I'm at that, but I knew I had Rotary the same day, but it was a Zoom meeting.
Yes.
So I zoomed into it, and then, but I put myself on, like you can't see the video,
right.
You can't see, mute it. And so we're in the middle of this meeting. All of a sudden I hear from my phone, the Rotary meeting. Going, oh shoot. And I forgot to put my earphones on. So I think I may have gotten credit for that meeting, but probably shouldn't have.
Yeah. Oh, Gloria.
Oh my God. So it was, it's been a crazy month.
It has been. I think for many of us, it's been a crazy month. But a lot of good things. A lot of good things happening in the community. A lot of people out there supporting the community. Last week I did a Zoom with 211 Broward.
Oh, yeah?
And they're here to help the community with Beth Taché. She's a member. She invited me to join. So participated in the Zoom with Wanda Diaz, who works at MyPsychiatrist as well. And we just joined their organization.
And what's it
members, called? 211 Broward. And
okay.
It's for anybody that has whatever questions, crisis, needs somebody to talk to. They're there to support 24/7. So we are going to partner with them and want to support them. Yes, it's a wonderful organization.
Speaking of 24/7, you know about Safe Haven for Newborns.
Yes.
Nick Silverio.
That's right. He's amazing. And we went to his the gala, the last gala he had before COVID. You and I went together.
I still have those long dresses. I'm waiting for the galas to come back.
That's right. That's right.
It's so funny going through your closet and you're going, oh, still has this tag on it.
That's right.
I bought this dress for something. I don't know what. So, well, listen, I think, how we doing on time? And Andres, thank you so much. Andres is our producer today, and he's awesome. But I want to thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you for inviting me.
It's always fun. It's always fun to talk to you and share what we're doing in the community.
That's right.
I want to thank South Florida PBS once again for sponsoring the show, ongoing sponsor. And seriously, if you have not joined, you need to join. This is such a great resource in our community that's doing so many great things. And a shout out to Janessia Squee, who has been on my show before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And and all you people out there, they're doing great things. And for those of you who celebrated Hanukkah, I know yesterday was the last day of Hanukkah.
That's right.
And I had 5 of my best buddies come over. My best friends' kids came over and decorated my Christmas tree.
But I think you need to let everyone know how long they've been decorating your Christmas tree.
Over 40 years.
Yes.
Well, Tanya produced 4 kids, so I had a lot of people, and there was a gap of 9 years between them. So we
Yes.
have. I feel like I've had 3 generations
Yes.
decorating my Christmas tree, and my kids, they grew up too fast. And my granddaughter is now 21 and she's at UCF, so she couldn't help me. So thank goodness for them. So all I had to do is pay them with cookies.
That's right.
Yeah, so
Yes.
that was
Your gingerbread cookies.
No, sugar cookies.
Oh, sugar cookies.
Oh, yeah, sugar cookies. Yeah. So anyway, so South Florida PBS, thank you again for helping me out and supporting our show and letting us share all the good news that's happening in South Miami and Coral Gables and all over Miami-Dade County. Until next week, keep safe.
Happy holidays.
And
Merry
happy holidays
Christmas
and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
But I'll be back next week, guys.
That's right.
Okay. I'm not sure who my guest is, but it'll be somebody fun.